Very unprofessional SMH. Sean, shut up. Shut up. Curtis, I'll let you in a little bit. I just want to stay up to date with these trades right now. How do you feel when Bobby Brink got traded? We just went over that a little bit, but we can go over it some more. Um, I am not going to sit here and uh, judge the trade too much because I'm not too familiar with the defenseman we got. However, um, I don't love it. I'll leave it at that, but I don't know. It's frustrating because like, what did Brink do to get traded? You know. Shout out whoever's watching on Twitch. What line was Brink on? Either second or third. They change it all the time. I'm gonna try to find as many trades as I can for you guys. Oh wow. Chicago, I know this is from an hour ago, but the Blackhawks steal captain Nick Foligno to the Minnesota Wild. Whoa. That's interesting, guys. I didn't see that yet because I got home from work, I showered and I got on. So wow. That's crazy. Obviously, Carlson got traded to the Ducks. That's surprising. He was there for what, 17 years? Wild trying to make a cup run, low key. You expect any more moves? Absolutely. There will be more moves, 100%. 100% there will be more moves. Every year at the deadline, there's one move like at 3 o'clock. There's going to be more moves, for sure. I would be surprised if Bobrovsky didn't get traded. I don't understand why Risto played last night. Maybe they're not trading him. Who knows? Maybe they're not trading Risto. I think they're going to, but I think they're asking for too much. To be completely honest with you. I think Trocheck will be traded. Let's see. Oh, Corey Perry's going back to the Lightning. I'm sure you guys already know that. I'm waiting for a massive trade from a team, just don't know who. Fair enough. Thoughts on the deals your Flyers have made so far on the day? Well, we've only made one, from what I know of. So I'm repeating trades that you guys probably already know about because I was at work and didn't see anything but the Brink trade. So this is what I'm looking at is pretty much what we were saying. Zurchek, how do you say his name, is a right-handed defenseman, basically same like build as Risto. So they probably are trading Ristolainen if they're going out and getting a guy like this. This is probably his replacement. There was a 2-for-2 trade with Boston minor league guys. Interesting. Let's check it out, guys. Let's try to find some trades. If you guys see anything, and don't make up stuff in the chat for attention. A lot of people try to be funny and write like, "Oh, McDavid to the Flyers." Like, if there's a trade happens and you guys want to say something in the chat, like that's completely fine. I really hope the Devils make some good moves, but I'm not confident. The Devils are in a weird spot because they're not good enough to make the playoffs. But I don't think they're that bad to the point where they can. I mean, maybe they can tank, but who are you going to trade? Because they don't want to trade their key assets. because they probably believe that they can just come back and be an elite team again next year, which they probably could. So it's like you don't want to blow it up for when you can probably just be good again next year. So that's that's probably a weird position to be in. Flyers deal was Grandrin and Rizzo for Edward and Harrison. Oh, we traded Rizzo? No, he was like the only Italian on the team. What? He was like the only Italian guy. Ugh, ridiculous. Ridiculous. Curtis, you can join now, yeah. Just for a few minutes because I want to stay on top of all the trades and everything.
What up?
Curtis, how we doing, man?
Not the best.
Not the best? What's going on?
The Brink trade, it just came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
I was laying down, and then I got the notification. It said the Flyers have traded Bobby Brink for a dude I've never heard of.
Mm-hmm. Well, apparently this dude was the 6th overall pick 4 years ago, so he's got to have some high upside, you know?
Yeah, this kind of reminds me of the Cutter trade a little bit.
Really?
I'll explain why. It's because we traded for Jamie Drysdale,
Mm-hmm.
and he was kind of put as like a bust in the draft. When he played for Anaheim, there's like he's always injured and he's not playing good. It's the same thing with this David dude.
Yeah.
He has injuries and he's only played 25 NHL games. And he was recently sent down to the AHL team.
Yeah.
So I think this is a horrible trade, especially if Danny Briere was the one that first started it with talks and trading Bobby Brink.
Interesting.
And I think Cates gets traded.
You think Cates gets traded?
I think Cates gets traded.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, that would be weird if they traded Cates and Brink, because those are the two guys that, like, even though they're not on the score sheet that much, they do play well. So
yeah.
it would be interesting to see for sure.
I saw this thing on Instagram. Like Brink gone, and then Cates would probably be gone. I don't know. It's just I always thought maybe Brink would get traded, just because he's not like a superstar and he can be part of a package. And we saw yesterday a person said he would be in a package deal if he would get traded.
Yeah, I saw that too, and it didn't happen.
And then it's a 1-for-1 for a dude I've never heard of. So, and I've said this before, everybody doesn't like what I say about Danny Briere.
Mm-hmm.
But this is probably one of the worst trades he's ever made.
I think we need to wait and see how this guy does first with us, though. No? Because what if he ends up being pretty good in a few years?
Bobby Brink. This is also like, I love Bobby Brink. He's my top 3 favorite players on the team. But what I don't want to say is if I have a really bad feeling that this guy will play 3 games for us and then get sent down. Kind of like the Tomasino trade.
Right.
He's done nothing. Tomasino, he's been okay for the Phantoms. And I just feel like this team doesn't have management, like good management at all. With the GM, it just sucks. Trocheck staying, I guess. No, he's going to go to Minnesota. I see Trojack going to Minnesota.
Minnesota? Minnesota's getting a lot of guys. They got Foligno and Brink already. They're making moves.
As far as I know, David is going directly to the AHL.
Oh, great.
That's something
Where'd you
I
see
don't.
that?
That's something that if that happens, it's the worst trade ever. Because Brink will be a third or fourth line guy for the Wild, I would believe.
Someone said, sorry, Risto is staying. That asking price is insane. I agree. I think they're asking for way too much. I would take a second round pick for Ristolainen. I would. They want a first and a prospect.
They're asking for a first round pick and a prospect.
Yeah, they're not going to get that for Ristolainen.
It's they took the stats of the Olympics. He is +9, but
That's
the Flyers. He's not even that good.
Yeah, that's not for the Flyers. That's not even the NHL. You can't compare that. You know.
It's just Ristolainen on our team is a second line defenseman, maybe first. It depends on injuries.
Mm-hmm.
Third line for Brink, according to Russell Athletic. That's what. Yeah, see.
That sounds right.
I was stunned by it. I knew they were gonna make 2 or 3 deals today, but Brink getting traded, that one stings. And then yesterday's game proved and showed that we need a center or a power forward that can score goals.
That's the thing about trading Brink. I was like, if we trade Brink, I'm fine with trading him for a center that has like the same value as Brink. But we didn't get a center. We got a minor league defenseman.
The Wild have some centers, like some decent ones that could go for Brink, and then maybe we could throw in a pick.
Right.
Put a minor league defenseman for Bobby Brink, who is good for the team, even though he doesn't score a lot of goals. He's not a point per game player. He's still a good person to have in the locker room.
Mm-hmm.
Don't forget, boys, Jurek was a 6th overall pick only a few years ago.
It's true. So I feel like we gotta wait and see how good this guy is before we tear apart the trade. From Jordan Hall on Twitter, Rasmus Ristolainen here at practice on NHL trade deadline day. Deadline is at 3 p.m. So he's out there practicing. So it's not like they're shutting him down and being like, look, dude, you're going to get traded. So maybe he doesn't get traded.
I would not like that.
I don't know. I mean,
It just...
I don't think he's going to get traded because they're asking for way too much.
Yeah. You're not going to get a prospect and a first-round pick. I think we would get lucky to get a first-round pick for Rasmus Ristolainen. And I don't even want a pick.
I agree.
I want a player.
I agree.
We have so many picks, and we don't need more. It just annoys me that we have so many picks and we have a crappy team.
Well, that's the point of having the picks. It's for the future. But someone said I saw a trade option where we send him to the Canadians for a defenseman and a pick.
I saw that.
Jurchek trade seems solid. Bye Bobby Brink though. Yeah, I mean, I don't hate the trade yet. I have to see how good this guy is because who knows? Maybe he comes up next year. He's one of our best defensemen, and it helps us for the future. Which, don't get me wrong, out of anybody, I'm sick and tired of saying, "Oh, we're 2-3 years away," because we've been saying that for 5 years now. But that's why I wanted really wanted us to win last night because I think that would have made a big difference. We would have been 4 points out of a playoff spot. Instead, we would have been 4 points out of a playoff spot because Boston lost.
Oh, it's more annoying every time you say it. We should have. Brink got robbed when the goalie was. I'm not gonna say the goalie was great for them. Just saying we weren't the best. I think San Jose makes sense for Risto. Quentin Musty or Eklund for a pick back to the Flyers. No, we wouldn't get Eklund or Musty.
Charlie
It'd be
says
really cool, but
now the
some people.
Charlie says now the Flyers just need a goalie, a solid blue line defense, and offensive threats, aka everything.
It's just annoying, and I've said before, Danny Briere isn't the right GM for this. Yes, he's better than the past few,
Mm-hmm.
but if you want to be a contender and you want to compete or you want to make your team better, you have to be aggressive at deadline day.
I
Like
agree.
The Wild have made 3 or 4 trades. But
Yeah.
before even the afternoon, they're aggressive. They want to win a cup. And this guy said, any minute now, the league's too quiet. There hasn't been a trade in like 30 minutes or about an hour.
Well, I just saw something on Twitter that said in the last 10 years, the least amount of trades to happen during an NHL trade deadline is 17, which was in 2021. This year, there has been 5 in the last, and the deadline is in 2 hours.
So I'm wondering if big things are going down now.
That's
as we
what.
speak and being finalized, or just people aren't aggressive. And the Wild have 3 of the 5.
Yeah. And
So
it's either, I mean, every year we look at the last few years, we saw, someone get traded like around 3 o'clock, like right at the buzzer. Someone was traded. Last year was Marchand, you know. We thought he was going to go. We thought he was going to go to Vegas at first, and then he ends up going to Florida, and then they win back-to-back cups. Something big is going to happen, guys. I'd be very surprised if a big name does not get traded, even if it's somebody like, I mean, Ristolainen is not that big of a name in my opinion, but I would be surprised if like Bobrovsky doesn't get traded. There are still 2 hours left, so it's not like
that's time, but I don't know. I see 3 or 2 more trades happening because this deadline's just been like
nothing's going on.
Like nothing's happening.
Bring Brink back.
The last 2 days, I've been seeing like some trades, and then I got woken up by the notification that John Carlson got traded to the Ducks.
Yeah, that happened at like 1 a.m.
It happened at 1 a.m. It was awful. And then getting woken up to that, I was like, it's not even like, I don't even know. I can't even speak. I'm mad about the loss yesterday.
Me too.
And then Danny Briere is a horrible GM. Just sell the team at this point. Ugh. Like I'm a fan of so many sports teams, and this is like the lowest low. It's the coach sucks, the team sucks, the GM sucks, the owners suck.
I mean,
if they did it like a grade, like how the NFL does everything, like each team gets a grade. The Flyers would be like F-.
F-. I mean, we gotta see how good this guy is first before we clown Danny Briere for it. We gotta see, because it's not like we didn't trade Wayne Gretzky. We traded Bobby Brink. You know.
Yeah, but I like Bobby Brink. So did Joe.
I know. No, I did too. Of course. I'm not saying I didn't, but sometimes this stuff has to happen. You know, got to make moves. I would like him to make more moves, just like you.
Yeah, you gotta be aggressive in the deadline.
What's up, Johnny? But yeah, Curtis, I'm gonna let you go, but maybe you can join back later. If you're still able to watch, but
All right, I
Gonna
think
see
I
what it.
might be.
All right, we'll see what
All
trades
right,
go on. All right, have
I'll
a good one,
see
man.
ya.
Go Flyers.
Go Flyers.
Bobby's gone. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. I'm trying to find something for you guys. This is a very, very, very boring deadline so far. Apparently, while I was at work this morning, I missed nothing. Corey Perry to the Lightning. We already knew that. I'm gonna let some people join later, guys. I just want to see. I want to kind of see who gets traded here. Um, I'm trying to find anything right now, but I'm not. I'm not that mad about the Brink trade. I'm not. Moves have to be made. You know, they're not a playoff team right now. They're not. Stammer to Vegas. Where'd you see that? That can't be. Is that true? Oh, rumors. Okay. Okay. Crazy 2 days ago we were still locked in. Yeah, well, we haven't won 4 games in a row in over 2 years. So what does that tell you? I heard Stammer to Dallas has traction. Mm. Perry trade to Lightning. Yep, we saw that. Um, man, there's just nothing happening right now. Someone else said the Flyers dealt Bobby Brink to the Wild and may not be done just yet ahead of the 3 p.m. trade deadline. But what else are we going to do, guys? Where do you think Trocheck is going? If I had to predict, I'll say Tampa. I don't know. I I know we know he's going to get traded because they sat him last night. So literally, the NFL is releasing more players than the NHL is at trading. I don't see all three central juggernauts staying still. Believe in Briere. We'll see. We'll see. Hey Anthony, how you doing? Opinion on Risto? I think we're asking for way too much. I think he's a good player. I don't think he's a great player. Thoughts on the Brink trade? We discussed this, but I'll go over it again. Colin, thank you for the follow. Brink, we all know the kind of player he is. He's a good player, not a great player. Like I said for Risto, this guy that we got, a defenseman, could be worse than good. He could be better than that. So it's kind of like a gamble. Um, I don't mind it right now because I haven't seen this guy play yet. But I have to see uh the guy play before I sit here and say, oh, that was a bad trade, or oh, Danny Briere is a genius. Hey, thank you. Go Flyers. Yes, sir. This could be the tipping point for Briere. We'll see. I mean, I'm just confused why there's no trades happening, guys. Like around the whole league. I mean, nothing's happening right now. People are saying that there's some Stamkos traction going on with maybe Dallas or Vegas, but nothing official yet. I see Briere out as Flyers GM in the next 2 years. I wouldn't be surprised. Thoughts on getting rid of Coots? Like, you mean we got rid of him, or like thoughts of getting rid of him? Because we're not going to get rid of him. We're not. Yeah, nobody would take Coots. What is going on in the NHL world right now, guys? Nothing. Do we think Bump gets called up because of Brink being traded? Do we think someone else gets called up? What do we think, guys? Jet? I mean, I'm fine with it. He's a center. I think he should have been up already in the first place. I do. I think he should have been up already. Just saying. I know that's a hot take for me, but apparently they're keeping Trocheck. Really? That's interesting. Jet is like 20. He's a year younger than me. I'm 21, so he's 20. He's either 20 or 19. He actually might be 19. Bring up Bump. I'm fine with it. I thought they wanted him to develop in the AHL more. Who, Luchenko? Well, I don't know. I mean, we need a center. Grunstrom's playing fourth line center, and he's not a center. I would love to bring Luchenko up. They gave him like 6 games in the show. Yeah, that's not much. I think it was like 7 games. It's not a lot. Something happened. Oh my goodness. Penguins are working on a trade for who? We have the worst fourth line in the entire NHL. I wouldn't doubt it. I don't think that's ridiculous to say at all. That's what the Flyers postgame show is saying. I just got a notification that says Jason the Anomaly Tatum is making his season debut tonight. Oh boy. This is crazy, guys. There is nothing going on. And I know, like, I can't end the stream because if we do that, then all the trades are going to happen. We know that. We know that's going to happen. I'm just tired of being second in the division and then going on a 6-game losing streak. Yeah, me too. Me too. Happened 2 of the last 3 years. Someone said most boring trade deadline day ever. I don't disagree. End the stream. We need trades. It's a seller's market, so I think some of the reasons why the trades are slower. Yeah, I guess so. Because there are a lot of sellers this year. Anyone that's not currently in a playoff spot is selling. But how long are the Flyers going to sell for? Forever? Maybe until I die? There's just nothing going on. Someone said when I was a child, the NHL trade deadline was the most important day of the year. Now I hardly hear anything about it. Pretty much. I'm trying to find anything for you guys here. Sorry that there's nothing going on. McMahon being traded by the Leafs. Where'd you see that? Do we have a trade, ladies and gentlemen? Do we finally have a trade? Toronto trades Bobby McMahon to Edmonton. Okay. That's what somebody tweeted out. Someone, Puck Empire tweeted out the Toronto Maple Leafs have traded Bobby McMahon, but didn't say to who. How does that help? That does nothing. That does nothing. Anybody know who he got traded? Someone said the Oilers, but that's not a credible source. It was just someone random on Twitter who said that. So I don't know what to believe. Wow. Number 10 trending on Twitter is Zurchek, the guy the Flyers just got. That's pretty cool. Do we know where Bobby McMahon is going, ladies and gentlemen? Let's see. Bobby McMahon. We're gonna get to the bottom of this, guys. Everyone is saying Leafs finalizing a trade involving Bobby McMahon, but nobody's saying where he went. You're hoping the Flyers? Sure, why not? Bobby McMahon has been traded. The possible suitor is unknown. How do you put out a trade without knowing where he's going? Like, final details to be known in the coming minutes. Okay, so we'll know, but like people are saying Carolina, people are saying Edmonton. They did do that last year in Marchand. They did. Everyone thought it was Vegas, and then it turns out it was Florida. That's crazy. Canes fans told me they were getting a second line center, by the way. Bobby McMahon it is. Are we sure? Do we know that yet? Edmonton is the strong rumor. Interesting. Interesting. I'm just sitting here refreshing everything. Sounds like the Avalanche and Leafs engaged again on Bobby McMahon. We'll see where it goes. So Carolina, Avalanche, and Edmonton are the three teams rumored to be getting Bobby McMahon right now. Very interesting stuff, guys. But are no other trades going to happen? Because that would stink. Lawton and McMahon to Colorado? Where did you see that? Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. We got to find this now. Someone, so, someone said, hearing Bobby McMahon to one of 16 teams in the West. We'll see where this goes. I'm seeing a lot of stuff about him going to the Avalanche. Bobby McMahon to Colorado. That's what everyone's saying. The Colorado Avalanche are finalizing a trade to acquire Bobby McMahon from the Toronto Maple Leafs. Wow. So it looks like it's the Avalanche, guys. Just have been able to get online from work. Flyers only make the Brink move so far. Yeah, just the Brink move. Flyers. And they made like a minor league move. They traded Massimo Rizzo and someone else. But yeah, Bobby McMahon to the Avalanche. Someone in the chat said something about Lawton being in the deal, but I don't know how true that is. I don't know if they were just guessing. All right. Did you guys see this AI summary thing on TikTok that says breaking news: Flyers trade Bobby McMahon to Edmonton? It's not the right teams at all. Sarge likely getting a cup is okay with me. I wish he could have done it here, but whatever. Oilers should be reaching out for Vladar. We're not trading Vladar. No way. I'm seeing Bobby McMahon to the Avs, Bobby McMahon to the Hurricanes, and Bobby McMahon to the Oilers now. Can't they just announce, like, okay, Bobby McMahon's been traded to blank? Why do they have to be like, it could be one of these teams? We need to keep Vladar? Of course. We're not trading him. Yeah, we're not trading Vladar, guys. Don't worry. That is not going to happen. I promise. Let's see. Did Bobby McMahon officially get traded somewhere or not? Now I'm seeing he got traded to the Islanders. Like, why are people just making stuff up? I'm seeing things on Risto to Buffalo. I can't see that happening, but if we can get a first and a prospect for Risto, oh my gosh, that'd be great. Yeah. Nope. Sorry, guys. I don't know what happened. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on. There's nothing going on here. I think it's me. As soon as I started the stream, we nothing happened. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna wrap it up, but we're gonna come back at around 3 and see what comes up. Soda man, how we doing, man? Good to see you. So we're gonna wrap it up, but yes, Risto's at practice. However, we are gonna come back in like 20 minutes and see if anything happens. We'll be right back, guys.